Good morning, students. Already we have studied urine formation. In that urine formation, we have studied glomerular filtration. So, what is glomerular filtration? Because when the blood comes in the glomerulus, the walls are very thin and they are made up of one cell only. Because of tremendous pressure, some liquid comes out from the wall of the glomerulus into the Bowman's capsule. This is known as glomerular filtration. Because it occurs under tremendous pressure, it is also known as ultrafiltration. That already we have studied. What is GFR? The amount of filtrate formed by the kidney per minute. 1 मिनट में किडनी कितना फिल्ट्रेट बना रही है, दैट इज ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन रेट, दैट इज 120 ml per minute. So next is from page number 294, second paragraph. The kidneys have built-in mechanism for the regulation of glomerular filtration rate. In kidneys, one system is there which can regulate the filtration rate. That is carried out by juxtaglomerular apparatus, that is JGA. Juxtaglomerular apparatus. This is a sensitive region. JGA is a special sensitive region formed by the cellular modification in the distal convoluted tubule and the efferent arteriole at the location of their contact. तो JGA कहाँ फॉर्म होता है? डिस्टल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल और एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल जहाँ पे आपस में कांटेक्ट करती हैं. एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल और DCT जहाँ आपस में कांटेक्ट होता है इनका, वहाँ पे कुछ सेल्स अपने आप को मॉडिफाई कर लेते हैं, वो सेंसिटिव हो जाते हैं, जिनको हम कहते हैं JGA, दैट इज जुक्स्टाग्लोमेरुलर apparatus. A fall in GFR can activate the JG cells to release renin. अगर फिल्ट्रेशन कम हो रही है, फिल्ट्रेशन रेट कम हो गई, तो ये JG सेल्स स्टिमुलेट हो जाते हैं, एक्टिव हो जाते हैं और वो रिलीज़ करते हैं रेनिन, जो कि स्टिमुलेट करती है ग्लोमेरुलर ब्लड फ्लो एंड देयर बाय द GFR बैक टू नॉर्मल, और वो ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन रेट को नॉर्मल कर देते हैं. JGA सेल्स रेनिन सिक्रीट करते हैं जो कि फिल्ट्रेशन रेट को नॉर्मल कर देते हैं. अ कंपैरिजन ऑफ द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द फिल्ट्रेट फॉर्म्ड पर डे फिल्ट्रेट फॉर्म्ड इज 180 liters per day with that of the urine released, and urine released is 1.5 liter only. So 180 liter of filtrate is formed and urine passed out from our body is 1.5 liter only. This suggests that about 99% of the filtrate has been reabsorbed by the renal kidney. 180 लीटर फिल्ट्रेट बन रहा है, पर उसमें से सिर्फ 1.5 लीटर ही हम यूरिन में पास आउट कर रहे हैं. जो बैलेंस अमाउंट ऑफ लिक्विड है वो हमारी बॉडी अपने रिनल ट्यूब्यूल्स हैं, जो आगे की PCT, लूप ऑफ हेनले, DCT, ये सब इसको एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगी. इस प्रोसेस को कहते हैं हम रीएब्जॉर्प्शन. तो our second point under urine formation is reabsorption. The amount of filtrate is more, but maximum amount of filtrate is reabsorbed by the renal tubule, and this is known as reabsorption. The tubular epithelial cells in different segments of nephron perform this either by active or passive mechanism. Active mechanism means by spending some amount of energy, and passive is without spending energy. They can also absorb some amount nutrients, etc. For example, substances like glucose, amino acid, sodium, etc. in the filtrate are reabsorbed actively. By spending actively means by spending some amount of energy. Glucose, amino acid and sodium are reabsorbed by the body, whereas the nitrogenous wastes are absorbed by passive transport. They move by without spending any energy. Reabsorption of water also occurs passively in the initial segments of nephron. Initial segments means from in the PCT, loop of Henle. These are the initial segments. Here mainly water is absorbed passively without spending energy. Now third point is secretion under urine formation. So during urine formation, the tubular cells secrete substances like H ion, potassium ion and ammonia into the filtrate. H ion, potassium ion and ammonium into the DCT, etc. This is occurs in distal convoluted tubule. Tubular secretion is also an important step in urine formation as it helps in maintaining of ionic and acid base balance of body fluid. So when these ions are poured back into the DCT, so in such way they maintain the ionic balance in the body. Now next is functions of the tubules. First is proximal convoluted tubule. So from these learn two points only. PCT is lined by simple cuboidal brush border epithelium which increases the surface area for absorption. So first point is because in PCT brush border epithelium is present, so it increases the surface area for reabsorption. Nearly all the essential nutrients and 70 to 80% of the electrolytes and water are reabsorbed in this segment. Major reabsorption occurs in PCT only. PCT also helps to maintain the pH and ionic balance of the body fluid by selective secretion of hydrogen ion, ammonia and potassium ion into the filtrate and by absorption of bicarbonate from it. In the PCT region, bicarbonate ions are absorbed, H ion, ammonia and potassium are poured back into this tubule. Next is Henle's loop. Reabsorption in this segment is minimum. However, this region plays a significant role in the maintenance of high osmolarity of medullary interstitial fluid. Medullary interstitial fluid is which is present in the medulla region of the kidney. The descending limb of loop of Henle is permeable to water, but almost impermeable to electrolyte. Descending limb can absorb water but cannot absorb electrolyte. Similarly, the ascending limb is impermeable to water but allows the transport of electrolytes actively or passively by spending energy or without spending energy. Therefore, as the concentrated filtrate passes upward, it gets diluted due to the passage of electrolytes to the medullary fluid. When from the ascending limb electrolytes comes out, so the urine becomes diluted because वहाँ से आयंस निकल आए हैं तो अब वो dilute हो गया, उसमें water concentration ज़्यादा हो गई. Next is distal convoluted tubule. Conditional reabsorption of sodium and water takes place in this segment. DCT is also capable of reabsorption of bicarbonate and selective secretion of hydrogen and potassium ions and ammonia to maintain the pH and sodium potassium balance in the body. So 2 points from DCT. One is it maintains the pH, it maintains the sodium potassium balance of the blood. Next is collecting duct. This long duct extends from the cortex of the kidney to the inner parts of the medulla. It starts from the cortex and then runs through the medulla region. Large amount of water could be reabsorbed from this region to produce a concentrated urine. So first point is collecting duct absorb large amount of water. This segment allows passage of small amount of urea into the medullary interstitium to keep the osmolarity. From this region urea can be absorbed so that in the medulla region, in the interstitial place where some in between medulla some space is there, some fluid is there which maintains the balance, osmolarity. It also plays a role in the maintenance of pH and ionic balance of the blood by the selective secretion of H and K ions. So main points under collecting duct is it absorbs large amount of water, it absorbs urea also, it maintains the pH of the blood or ionic balance of the blood. I hope this is clear. Thank you.